The U.S. has announced new plans to impose fees on shipping vessels made in or operated by China when they dock at ports in the United States. The port charges announced this week are less severe than what was initially proposed.
You could have multiple fees assessed on one vessel for one port call. What they've done is make it clear that only one fee would be assessed on a vessel per port call. And a port call is defined as a U.S. clearance. So at this point, I think we need to be pleased with their movement towards moderation. I still think Chinese-built vessels that are not connected to China in any way anymore, we still don't think that that's appropriate for a fee to be assessed there.
When the policy takes effect in 6 months, Chinese vessel owners and operators will pay $50 per ton of cargo for each U.S. voyage, with an annual $30 increase for each ton for the next 3 years. Shipping experts worry the fees will only pose additional burden on top of existing tariffs.
I think it's way too early to see what the number is going to be, but once we get to a steady state, if these tariffs and this USTR stays in place, we're looking at something on the order of a 25% reduction in container volume.
The U.S. administration says the fees are aimed at reviving the domestic shipbuilding industry, but China says the move will do the opposite.
I would like to reiterate here that measures such as levying port fees and imposing tariffs on cargo handling equipment are harmful to both sides. They have not only pushed up global shipping costs and disrupted the stability of global supply chain, but also increased inflationary pressure in the United States, harmed the interests of American consumers and companies, and ultimately failed to revitalize the U.S. shipbuilding industry.
The new rules announced by the U.S. Trade Representative also leave the door open for further assessment.
USTR is not done with this yet. They're going to be watching and trying to get some kind of a quantification on the impact on the marketplace, the impact on the shipping industry, and ultimately the impact on the American consumer.
Many predict that, similar to tariffs, the docking fees will also be passed on to consumers. Ediz, Tiyansan, CGTN, Los Angeles.